Well, here we are. This is Opus Magnum. It's a Zach Barth game, and Zach Barth is really known for making problem-solving games. And the backstory behind this is that I really wanted to play Space Camp, but that's not the sort of game that you could really stream. So I thought, oh no, I do a Let's Play of it. Say nothing of the fact that I've never done a Let's Play in my life before, but I thought this would be an idea that I could do. And then I played Space Game without so much as recording it, because I couldn't resist myself. So, well, here we are. I'm playing a similar sort of game, a similar sort of strategy to create a Let's Play. So I think that's the best way to show it off. But this is one I haven't played before, so I'm going into it blind. Now, I say that, but I have played a very similar game that this is sort of based off of, called the Codex of Alchemical Engineering. That was a free Flash game made by the same creator, Zach Barth, and had sort of the same premise. It was alchemy. You had elemental atoms and stuff, and they were moving around with arms, and you had to create compounds. Very fun game. Quite worth it. And yeah, so this is like the polished, nicer version of it, with a bit more of a story, a bit more of a flair to it. And yeah, I'm gonna be enjoying this. So let's get started then. Alright, so here we are. This looks cool. Imperial University. This is a pretty university. I like it. Let's see, we've got a little wheel right here. Got the, what's that little icon thing? Assume it's for like the chapters, so this is like the prologue. Transmutation engine. What's this? Ooh, options. I like it. That's a satisfying click. Transmutation lab rules. Access is restricted to graduate-level alchemical engineering students and faculty only. Any exceptions must be approved by the Chancellor. Keep your student alchemist permit and sigil with you at all times while in the lab. No food or drink is permitted in the lab. Do not sit or lean on transmutation engines or their related components. Please keep the area clean for everyone else. That means you, Anatius. Anatius? Am I saying that right? Anatius? Something like that. Lesson Introduction. Okay, got histograms and leaders. So if you haven't played a Zach Barth game before, as I mentioned before in the opening, they're problem-solving games where you try to find any solution to a problem where there are multiple solutions. There's an episode of Game Maker's Toolkit where Mark Brown goes into this, and it's a really good episode, and it really hits the nail on the head, where it's not really so much a puzzle game where you're trying to find a specific solution, but it's more of just, you have a problem, and you've got to find any solution. And some of those solutions can be better than others, depending on how you rank them. Some of them can be faster, some of them can be smaller, some of them can be, prettier. So for me, I mean, basically, I'm just going to try to get it done the first time. I'm just going to try to complete it if I can. But if I had to say which one I'd probably be optimizing for, it would probably be speed. And I don't think it's going to matter much here in the prologue, because they're probably going to be really simple stuff. But as we get later into the games, like, I'm usually going to be trying to create stuff that works a little bit faster, because that's the aesthetic that I like. But I'll show different solutions, perhaps, if I find ones that are really clever, and you'll be able to see the process that I go through. So anyways, got a new solution here. We've got a story bit on the left. Henley Servin. I'm amazed you put off learning how to use the transmutation engine for this long. I was concentrating on working by hand. You know that. Anatius Via. So that's Anatius, one who was mentioned in the lab instructions or rules or whatever. I guess that's who we are. Ignatius, we're about to graduate. I know, that's why I need you to summarize all this for me as fast as you can. Alright, so we gotta solve this puzzle to continue. New solution 1. Just open it. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, alright. These are reagents. Reagents? Regents? I think it's reagents. Should probably learn how to say that. They are the input materials for doing alchemy. This is a product. Your job as an alchemist is to build machines that combine reagents into products. Useful products. I like it. To complete a puzzle, build all products. Press the play button below to start the transmutation engine. And then this is the instruction tray. Instructions will tell the machine's parts what to do. Alright, so it's pretty standard for someone who's played Codex of Alchemical Engineering. There's these arms, there's these atoms, they come in, and you build something with it. Let's press play and watch it happen. Alright, so it's putting one right there. The two are bonded together. That one gets transformed. Oh, this is very nice. I like it. Oh, and it speeds up as it goes along. That's useful. Nice. Alright. Understand so far? Of course, I knew this part was easy. That's why I never worried about it. I counted you as a friend, Ignatius, but sometimes you carry your genius alchemist act a little too far. Act? Apparently we're a genius too. I don't know if I can live up to that. Lesson! Arms! That's a Nintendo game. So let's take the first and most important part, the arm. I understand. What's next? Wait, don't rush ahead. Let me go through the material. You need to see this. Alright. Well, I'm pretty sure it's just an arm. Place an arm below, setting the rotation and length so that the gripper is over the reagent. Then add instructions to the instruction tray below to make it pick up the reagent and move it to the product output. Alright, so these are mechanisms. Fixed length arm. Okay, so it's got a single length. Short length. I don't know if that's the right length. Let's see, how are we going to rotate this? Well, it's not the same as in Codex. Let's see. We've got buttons over here. Maybe I'll try pressing those. Oh, yeah, that works. Alright, A and D seem to rotate, and then R and F seems to be drop. Gonna need to extend it. I'm going to assume extension is W. Yeah, there we go. So we'll have it grab immediately. You can also press the keys, I assume. Grab, rotate. Oh, that's not. Rotate, rotate, rotate. And then drop, and then back around. And then it should loop, should head back in its same position. So what it's going to do is grab this. It's going to rotate once, twice, 3 times, drop it, and then rotate back to the normal position. And these ones seem to be already programmed. Yep. Oh, it's satisfying. Clunk, clunk, clunk. Yay. Right, so arms pick up and move elemental proxies around the surface of the transmutation engine. Right, and you control their behavior with instructions, yes. Of course. Of course. Of course. Lesson, pivots. Pivots! In some cases, you will want an arm to rotate what it's grappling. You mean as opposed to the arm itself rotating. That's right, in those cases, you'll use pivot instructions. Alright, so this is like rotating the thing in place while it's being held. Alright, so we got place an arm right over here. Want it to grab that. Grab that maybe. That'll rotate it right up to here, and then we just need to rotate it around. So first thing it'll do is grab, then rotate one to the right, and then pivot, we'll call it pivoting, to the left, drop and return. Oh, I have it done backwards. This is the thing where it comes in. I should probably, yeah. Let's see, can I just switch it? Oh yeah, I can. Okay, so it grabs that. We end up rotating it this different direction. Alright. Alright. This should work. Yeah. Ah, look at that. 6 out of 6. Sweet. All very straightforward and simple. I agree. How nice that this is so easy for you. Why, how long did it take you to learn all this? Let's just keep going. Pistons! What's a piston? A piston arm is a special kind of arm that can extend and retract. And presumably there are instructions that control the piston? That's right, I'll demonstrate. Alright. A piston arm. So we want it to pick up, let's make sure that's the input. Yep. Pick that up. And then as you can see, you're gonna have to retract it to get it over that. So let's start by grabbing, rotating twice, retracting, and then dropping. I don't. Oh, the reset instruction. I should probably read this. The reset instruction will make an arm drop any held atoms and reset to its initial rotation, length, and position. In this lesson, the drop instruction is disabled. So you must use the reset instruction. Reset is C, and yeah, so what it'll do is it basically functions like a drop on the square it is, and then these squares are basically all the sequences necessary to get it to return back to the start. That's nice. I like it. Alright. I see. Piston arms can reach areas you can't with a normal arm. That's what makes them so useful. They cost a little more than regular arms, though. And I can use the reset instruction to make an arm return to its initial state from wherever it is. That's convenient. Just remember the reset instruction takes the same amount of time it would take to issue those individual instructions. Why, yes, of course it will. Of course. Of course. Tracks. Going to get tracked. What's next? Next we have tracks, which are like paths you can place on the board. It's easier to show you. Alright. Tracks. Tracks! Create a track between the reagent and product. Then place an arm on the track and add instructions to make it pick up the reagent and move it to the product output. Huh. So these are tracks. Oh, they can go in circles too. I like it. So, let's see. We put this... What do we like? Just drop it? Oh, it's got a little dot. Oh, you can do that. That's nice. Make a giant track. I'll get rid of that. Let's just keep it simple. Let's keep it simple. All right. So we just place that right there. We want to grab. Oh, okay. And it's got plus and minus, and so the track's got like a plus sign and minus sign, and plus will, that's G, and that'll move it towards this end. Rotate it twice, and then reset. That should work. Oh, brilliant. Working well. I see. When you place an arm on a track, the arm can move forward or backward along the path. Tracks can be quite powerful, but I'm still learning how to use them effectively in my designs. Could you put multiple arms onto a single track? I think so. I never thought to try that. I'll have to experiment later. Yeah, I will. Transmutation. To perform transmutations, we use glyphs. For example, say I want to calcify an element. You'd place the glyph of calcification on the board and move the element you want to calcify over it. Not yes. I mean, yes, that's correct, but at least let me get through the explanation first. I got all the explanation I needed. Piston arm and a glyph of calcification to turn the reagent, a fire atom, into the product, a salt atom, and move it to the product output. Alright, so we got a mechanism right here. It's the piston arm. And we are going to put a glyph of calcification. And I'm going to grab, retract, move to the side, and then repeat. That should do it. Oh, brilliant. See? Look at that. Calcify those elements. Ooh. It's quite fast, this glyph. Yes, welcome to modern alchemical engineering. How many transmutations are available as glyphs? Most of the common ones so far. There's ongoing research to develop more, which you would know about if you paid any attention to recent developments in your field. Yeah. Take it, Alatius is a bit more of a by-the-books fellow. Bonding. This must be the glyph of bonding. It is. To use it, actually, why don't you show me how it works? Seems that's the way things are going here. Very well. Yeah, let's show them how it's done. Use two arms in the glyph of bonding to bond the two salt atoms together and move them to the product output. Alright. So we're going to have one right here. And it's just going to grab, rotate, reset. And we got one right here. And it's going to grab, rotate, rotate again, pivot, and then reset. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. The transmutation engine makes alchemical engineering far simpler. You could have been using it this whole time. But I'm glad I did things the hard way for so long. I hope you're not like this in real life, Anatius. This is real life. Stabilize water. I think that's everything you need to know to use the transmutation engine effectively. I'll make one more product to make sure I get it. Alright, this is our first, go for it. The building area, parts trays, and instruction tray can all be panned by right-clicking anywhere within them and dragging your mouse. If you have a mouse with a scroll wheel, you can also use that to vertically scroll through the parts and instruction trays. Alright, so we've got, from now on you will place products and reagents on your own. They're at the top of your toolbox. Alright, so you can choose where they spawn from, which is nice. In the Codex of Alchemical Engineering you couldn't choose, and that would cause many problems. So in this case, we have this sort of thing, and we're going to need to calcify one of these inputs. You could probably just do it with one input, if you wanted to keep, the footprint low, so to speak. But in this case, I think it's probably faster to just do it this way. Again, I'm going to go for speed if I feel like there's multiple ways to do something. This is a glyph of bonding. What's this do? Oh, you can rotate it? That is cool. I did not. That's fancy. Multi-bonding. Whoa. Equilibrium. Perfectly balanced in all aspects, the glyph of equilibrium does nothing but remain where it is placed. Some alchemists use it as a convenient marker for aesthetic purposes. Look at that. That's pretty. I like it. Alright. So we're going to place one right here. Grab, rotate, repeat. Oh, what's this? Repeat instruction. Hotkey V. Creates a sequence of instructions that will repeat the preceding set of instructions. Alright. That's useful. Set the repeat right here. Okay. And we want one right here. It's going to be basically the same thing. Grab, rotate, rotate. That'll put it right here. So we want to put this. Yep, we can rotate it. Oh, wait, hang on a second. I'm going to want to calcify one too. Well, you could calcify it while it's bonded, I believe. If this is anything like Codex. So this should just bond, calcify, drop. Alright, so I have to rotate it one more time though. And I think that's the fastest you can do it in. Yeah, I don't think there's anything faster. You're gonna need one turn to calcify regardless. Nice! You've successfully created the desired product. So apparently, let's see, there's a way to do it with less cost, so I'm not going to pay attention to cost much. There's a way to do it in fewer cycles, and there's a way to do it, quite a few ways to do it with less area. Fewer cycles, boy. Okay, so now you get to see me try to figure out how we can do this faster. This is me being super competitive here in a game like this. Alright, So what if we calcified this one right here? I'm trying to think of a way that it would to make this faster. Honestly, let's see. What if you did calcify, calcify? Something like that, maybe? Would that be any different? This would be 1, 2. And that'd be 1, 2, 3. I think this is different, actually. Can I reset this somehow? What if I just... Oh, okay, I can. So this one, I'm gonna want to grab, rotate, rotate, and then repeat. And this one, I will grab, rotate, and rotate, and then repeat. Alright, is that any faster? I can't really tell. Let's try it. It's upside down. Let's try that again. It might be faster. I'll have to see. It is faster, I think. Yeah, it's over right here. There's apparently a way to do it faster, but I'm not sure I can figure that out right now. So this is part of the appeal of these games, is that you can kind of go back to your designs and you can find ways to make it faster, to make it with a smaller footprint, or to make it cost less. And I don't know how much of that I'll be doing. It kind of depends. If I see a design that I don't like, or feel like if I look at the histograms I'm like, oh dear god, how did I screw that up so badly? There must have been a really simpler way. In those cases, I don't know, I kind of play it by ear and I might do something with that. But for the most part, I think I will stick to just like going forward if I can, and then, you know, if I ever get the feeling to do that, maybe like put that out as another part. Alright. So, what are your plans after you graduate? I think I'll be a head alchemist for one of the August houses. That's bold. Right out of school? Why not? True enough, no ambition could be too great for you. And yourself? I like it here. I think I'll stick around and hopefully become a professor. You do seem to have an affinity for teaching. Think so. Well then, may each of us realize his Opus Magnum. Opus Magnum. I've always found that to be a rather pretentious term, but I agree with the sentiment at least. Why are you laughing? Anateus Vaya has found something pretentious. Tell me more. Alright. Woo! Now we're at House Van Tassen. Chapter 1, Life in a Great House. Well, that is the prologue, and I think I'll end it there. Took a little while longer than I was expecting, but that's alright. We'll see how much we can get through. We'll see how long these episodes will take. But I'm pretty pleased with this so far. And yeah, I'm looking forward to doing more of this. So, I hope it wasn't too bad. I hope it wasn't... The audio quality is probably not the best. The editing's going to be lackluster. And the gameplay will be adequate. But hopefully it was enjoyable. Hopefully it was something that was appealing on some level. And yeah, I hope you stick around for the next episode. Kailoto out.